My name is Tammy Maltby. We are so grateful to have you on our top of the hour Zoom here in Colorado Springs, and all our beautiful South African team. I know it's in the evening there, and so thank you for taking your evening hour to join us and to hear about something very exciting. If you've been invited to this Zoom, we want to welcome you. You are the most important person on this Zoom today. You are the person that's taking a look to see if this may or may not be for you. We believe inside the ARIIX experience, there's something for everyone. Whether you're looking for a health transformation, a financial transformation, a community of life-giving, positive people, you are going to find it right here inside of ARIIX. We are so grateful to be a part of a movement, the African ARIIX movement. There are so many incredible things happening. But I don't want you to just hear from me. I really want you to hear from the most important people that are making it happen. And those are the boots on the ground, which is this huge, amazing team that's growing exponentially fast. But I want to introduce you to the woman who is bringing a lot of that energy. And if you are on her team, you know it's the truth. She is an extraordinary woman. Erika from the Merwe is a very close dear friend of mine. She lives here in Colorado Springs, but she is originally from South Africa. She grew up there. Her family's there. That is her passion. Africa is her love. And so I'm going to let her share what is happening in her team. They have brought in about over 60 promoters in about 9 weeks, I believe, and it's probably more than that because they're coming in every single day. And she is leading that, and she has a passion for South Africa to hear the good news of ARIIX. And so, Erika, take it away. Tell us your 2-minute story. Why did you jump into this business? Why ARIIX and why now?
Oh, you guys, well, thank you. I'm beyond thrilled to be on the Zoom, and welcome to all of you. As Tammy said, you are the reason why we put the Zoom together, is to give you some information about the amazing opportunity, excuse me, with ARIIX at the moment. So Tammy introduced me. My name is Erika van der Merwe, and I am as Afro-American as they come, you guys. I was born in Africa. I love America. So I have kind of 2 feet on both continents. But I'll tell you this, how my ARIIX story started. When we immigrated to the US 2.5 years ago, Tammy introduced me to some of the Limu products, which I loved and which I personally used. But when the merge came with ARIIX, I knew it was something that I wanted more information about. If you're an entrepreneur, you always have your eyes open, you have your ears open. And it was on a Zoom, Tammy, you will remember this, a few moons ago with Ian Chandler, where he showed the world markets of ARIIX, and there was a little dot on the continent of Africa. And I was on the phone, and I said,
yes, you were.
Ian, and he said, Erika, let's chat. And that is how the whole ARIIX Africa movement started. But I want to take you back in my personal story to a time in my life when I was about 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. I grew up in Kroonstad, which is kind of halfway between Johannesburg and Bloemfontein. And I'm a farm girl. I love the rural life. And if you know Kroonstad, you know that's exactly where I come from. But as a child, I had a fascination with different cultures in the world. And I don't know where it started, you guys. My parents never really traveled. But I'll tell you this, a seed was sown in a little girl's heart to travel the world, to live in different countries, and to have multinational business. Something in me just gelled with that as a little girl. And my friends used to dream of getting married. I would dream of meeting Ronald Reagan and the Queen. That was kind of my life. And you know, when I spoke with Ian and I saw ARIIX and the opportunity, I want you to know something in me clicked. It was a puzzle piece that came together and fit in my life. Because I am a globetrotter, I love to travel. And I believe the time is now to build an international business. And you build it from the amazing cell phone. You can't see my phone, it's plugged in, but you build it from your cell phone. You don't have to be on every continent. I'm in Colorado, I'm building a team in Africa. You guys, and that is the beauty of ARIIX for me. One of the main reasons why I chose to jump in here. ARIIX is a rich soil where we can sow our seed in, and we can see trees pop up literally all over the world. Now, I don't know about you. I don't do ARIIX for charity. I have many charities that I'm involved with, but I need to make some money, right? So you want to think big, and ARIIX accommodates big thinkers. It accommodates vision. It accommodates pioneering. It accommodates your success, your drive, your ambition, but it also accommodates caring for individuals, which I think is vital. We live in a world, you guys, we're not going to go into Corona and what that did for the world, right? We're not going to go there. But we realize the value of building a business in the health and wellness industry at the moment. We have the opportunity to care. We have the opportunity to transform people's lives, which I believe is the bedrock of this business. So thank you for joining the Zoom today. Thank you for taking the time, getting your information, making your own decision on whether this is soil that you want to plant your seed in. I'm sold out. I believe this is what I will be doing till the day that I die. But I invite you to take a look. And if you have questions, come back to the person that invited you. Send me a text, send Tammy a text, anybody. We will gladly answer your questions. And I look forward to seeing you on ARIIX Africa and all the amazing things that are happening there. Truly, it is a divine opportunity at the moment. And speaking of divine opportunities and visioneering and pioneering, those are extremely big words, but I want to introduce you to a gentleman that I had the honor of meeting briefly in Utah a few weeks ago. His resume will impress you, so I'm not going to go through it, but you can Google him if you want to. You can Google him and have a look for yourself. But I will tell you something about Brent Willis that spoke to me. He has roots in Africa. He is the son of, I believe, a first line of immigrants that came from Zimbabwe. And Rhodesia, back then it was Rhodesia, absolutely correct. So Brent, thank you for joining us today. I know you're on your cell phone, and we look forward to hearing from you.
Hoe gaat het met je, Erika? That's about all the Afrikaans I know. So, it's actually Flemish, which is as close as I can get. But you're right, my family on my father's side comes from Mount Selinda, Rhodesia, which is in the bush. And my mother is from Egypt. And so when it got just too complicated in both of those places, my family immigrated to the south of France, which is where I lived for my first 9 years. It was very traumatic, very hard, going to the beach every day and eating the saucisson and the cheeses and everything. It really scarred me living in the south of France so much so, as you might imagine. I'm kidding, of course. It was pretty amazing. And then, of course, I had to come to the United States, and then I had to go to West Point, which was the worst of the worst of the worst. But it formed me in terms of this principle to serve others, right? And so I have to tell you, it's just an incredible honor for me to work for all of you. And that's how I view my job. My job is not as a founder. My job is not as a new founder. My job is CEO, and I define that as working to serve you, to provide you the resources, to provide you everything and anything you ask for. Whenever you ask for it, and to deliver for you. That is my job. Even when I am in the midst of 20 investor calls with major institutions, which I've been doing all day today, and now I'm driving to the airport because I haven't seen my family or my 2 young daughters in 3 months. So they are driving back to Colorado. So I'm leaving Utah now, so I'm going to go see my family, which I'm really excited about. And I'm going to take the weekend off, if that's okay by you guys, to go see them. But all of that personal stuff aside, I share that with you because I want you to know, look, I'm here for you. I'm not some of those typical CEOs that love the job, love the role, love the title, love anything. I'm just here to work for you and help you guys make your business successful. That's it. And that's all I'm dedicated to, and that's all I'm committed to. And I know we are going to be enormously successful. And the reason I know is because I see it, and I see it as clear as day. Some of you may know that I wrote the strategy and implemented the strategy and executed the strategy and built the general managers around the world to create the world's largest beer company. And I launched a brand called Stella Artois around the world. So, what's that brand what's that brand of beer in South Africa? It's not Castle. Is it Castle?
Is it lager, maybe?
It's a lager, yeah, that SAB owned. South African Brewers owned, I can't remember, but we killed them. We just buried them, right? So, and we did it around the world, and we became the world's largest beer company with Belgians, if you guys can imagine that. And you know that's hard if you know anything about the cultures, because Belgians don't get along with anybody. We built this world's largest beer company in 3 years, and we added 50 billion of revenue. 50 billion of revenue in 3 years after 650 years of sleeping, right? And I was just one of the key guys. I wasn't the guy. It was just one of the key guys. It was 4 or 5 of us that did this, but I wrote the strategy, executed the strategy, implemented the strategy, and it turned out. And we launched a brand called Stella Artois around the world. We took a dying beer that was the number 3 beer in Belgium, slapped a sexy label on it, put some French advertising behind it, and it worked. We will do the same kind of growth here. And what you guys don't realize is, guess what? It's like being at the start of Apple. It's like being at the start of Walmart or Massmart or being one of the founding owners of one of those companies. You guys get to get on the ground floor. I hope you take advantage of it, because it's not just commissions. It's not just making a difference with healthy products. You get to be a fellow owner of this thing on the ground floor, an owner of the public company stock, which is very different than Erika and Tammy when you guys joined, and it is one of the big pluses of what this merger and this opportunity represents for everybody. So that is quite attractive. And the other thing that's attractive when you look at the combination and why we've done this is, look, we're now 550 million in revenue. We now have an office in Joburg that we didn't have a couple of weeks ago. Our president of Africa overall lives in Joburg. We have presence in 75 countries around the world. We have double the resources. We have a huge portfolio of products worldwide and more coming. And so I can't tell you about all these organic growth initiatives and immunity shots we have coming, all these things coming. And now we have great IT systems that, frankly, was a development area for ARIIX. We have great IT systems because we had some of the best in the world. We have great marketing. And We have great public company finance and access to capital and growth. So, we're going to get to a couple of billion in revenue here over the next couple of years. And as we do that, the stock and stock appreciation for everybody is going to be fantastic. But what do we keep? We keep the Bill of Rights. We keep the principle that our reps and our business partners are first. That's our number one operating principle for reps. Our number two operating principle for reps is our reps are first. Our number three operating principles is our reps are first. So everything that we do is to serve them, and I'm smart enough to know that's my job, right? So I'm not excited for the company because I know what we're going to do, but I'm excited for new opportunities that can transform people's lives, not just financially. That's not enough. It's not enough for me. But if we can all subscribe to our purpose, which is to inspire and educate the planet to live healthy, and like you said, Erika, make a difference in other people's lives and serve them. If we can make a difference for other people in other people's lives with healthy products and inspiring them to live healthy, and to drive wealth for ourselves and everybody that we love at the same time, and kick and crush competitors' coconuts in the process, that's what we want to do. That's what we're all about, and that's why I'm here to serve you and never take no for an answer. So as an ex-military guy, you're faced with obstacles all the time, but you have to accomplish the mission. And in the military, people's lives depend on you doing what you're going to say you're going to do to accomplish the mission. And I always accomplished the mission in the military. I kept every one of my troops alive, and I never left any man behind. So this is my one commitment to all of you guys, is we're going to be successful, and you're coming with me, no matter what. It's not a choice. I'm not giving you a choice. You are coming with me, and I'll lead you there. I'll coach you there. I'll yell at you if I have to. I will hug you if I have to. I'll carry you if I have to. But you are coming with me to the top of the mountain, and we're going to be successful together. But thank you guys for letting me be part of the Zoom call, even when I'm on my phone running to another airport.
My goodness, Brent, you are so awesome. And I love your backdrop too of your wife and your two little kids. I'm taking it that's a Colorado picture right there. That looks like the Rocky Mountains in the background.
It is. It's my backyard. I think, unfortunately, my wife might have an alcoholic beverage in her hand, which, by the way, I have never been photographed in my life. I'm stating right now that that's apple juice in her glass. But that's my backyard, right? So
We'll go with that. Brent, thank you so much. I know your schedule is crazy. And so thank you for taking this time on the way to the airport, carving out time for South Africa, and to encourage and inspire them. And we're so thankful for your leadership. Wow, 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 wow. And yes, I am going to the top with you, just in case you were wondering.
Come too. If I have to carry you, Tammy, I'm carrying you.
Okay, that works. Sometimes I might need it. So thanks so much, Brent. Travel safe.
Let's start with doing the incline in Colorado Springs. What do you say?
Well, you kind of lost me about the third way up that. So it's awesome. Well, fly safe. God bless. And thank you so much for taking your time.
Thank you, guys. Love you. God bless.
Cheers. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness, what an inspiration. Gosh, what a company. What a company. And now I get to introduce you to another amazing Brent. This is Brent Palmer. My very dear friend, Brent Palmer. We have known each other for 6.5 years. He is the #1 income person for our former company. Well, we still have our company, our beloved Limu. And that company is where I met Brent Palmer. He is an extraordinary leader. What I love about Brent is that he is tenacious. He will overwork anybody. The guy is the hardest worker I know. But I love his humility. He leads with such humility. He has such a love for the people. And I am so blessed that I get to work with Brent every single day. We work together every single day. We're chatting and texting and building our teams, and we do it together because in this business, success is done together. Failure is done alone. And so that is why you are on a wonderful team linking arms together. But Brent's just going to take a few minutes, share his story of why he jumped into this business, and tell you just very quickly on how you can get started. Brent Palmer?
Tammy, thank you so much. Wow. How amazing. I mean, whether you're a guest or you're in the team, you're in the organization and with us, can you just nod your head after listening to Brent, Willis, Tammy, and Erika? Like, you just know you're at the right place at the right. And that's kind of my story, Tammy. Almost a decade ago, I was a high school football coach. How many of you know a coach in your life, or maybe a principal of a high school? I was the athletic director. And but what I really was, raising kids and providing, we were struggling financially. And that's when I was introduced to this industry. And so when Brent Willis talked about, gave me a hand up when I was looking for it. I didn't know it was this industry. I didn't know it was what I was supposed to do, but it showed itself to me. And I looked at it and I thought, for the price of what a lot of people pay for their kids' baseball bat to get started, what if it changes my life? What if it changes our situation? And so we did. We got started. And I want you to understand that I remember being $20,000 in credit card debt. I remember having health challenges. And I want to share something with you because I'm a visual. How many of you is visual on the learning, curve? I'm going to share a screen with you. Can you see that okay, Erika? Okay, great. Just so you can see there where I was a coach and I was a principal and an athletic director. That's where I got started in the industry. I was $20,000 in credit card debt and I wanted a way out. And let me tell you, I started using products. I started feeling better. I started having more energy. I started transforming myself and sharing that with others. And within a couple of months, I was making enough money to pay for the mortgage of my home. What a blessing. I started chipping away at that credit card debt. And within my first year of this industry, of working, sharing with the excitement, I was able to pay off that entire $20,000 credit card debt that I had. And I just never looked back. In the picture in the middle, it's me in a rainforest in Puerto Rico. Coaches don't get to travel. So this industry allowed me to travel. I'm with my team in Puerto Rico, just really my hands up, thanking God for this beautiful blessing. Me with my team in Utah. You can see Tammy in the picture there. Just amazing. But I'm an example of somebody this industry has truly blessed. And that's what I'm here to share with you in my small part today. Is a lot of people ask me, Brent, what do you do? What does your company do? We really help people with our products from the inside out. Things like reduced inflammation, better sleep, losing weight, looking better, more energy, changing their financial situation. We make a difference in people one at a time by locking arms with them, by linking arms with them and helping them get where they want to go. And a lot of people ask, how do you do that? We do it through global transformations. People want to see proof. And we've got this cell phone and an app that shows how people are blessed with using our products, or possibly financial proof of what it's doing in their lives. They're traveling more. They're creating savings. They're investing. By the way, we've got a really good stock to invest in. I'll tell you about that in a minute. But we do it through what we call our house of brands. So I want you to imagine this, okay? We own a company called Nucerity up at the top left. You can see what the products are doing in people's bodies. They're creating a transformation. We share that with people. The bottom left is a company we own called Slenderize, a company that's changing people's weight. They have these amazing drops that you take 3 times a day that truly are making a difference. We have people that have, and we're sharing those with people. We have people all over the world that, just like these 2 people, look at the proof. Jackie has lost over 100 pounds, the picture on the left. And my great friend, Dr. Crystal Vance, got started with us and years later has absolutely transformed her body as well as her financial situation, retiring from being a doctor and doing this industry full time. Kim Gray out of the state of Alabama has lost over 70 pounds. You can see the proof. It's changing people's lives. This is a dear friend of mine, Vince. He's a defense attorney. He's a part of the 100-pound club using our products. And we just share. We share stories. Craig Tomanini is in the IT world. He's lost over 200 pounds. But I want to kind of drive your mind in this direction. We've got a company, ARIIX, that has just joined forces with New Age Beverage today that is traded publicly, and they have one mission. And I'm going to use Erika for an example. Could you imagine a company that has decided that anything that Erika could want on the inside of her body or the outside of her body to purchase, to make her just be a better version of herself, they're going to bring those companies into their house of brands. That's their sole mission. It's to be the Amazon of the nutritional world for people. And that is the vision that Frohan and Lindy, when they saw this, they said, we see the vision. We see where the company's going. So this company's taken a 360-degree view of a person, and they're filling the house of brands to accommodate that person. And they're backing it with science. They're backing it with certifications. So they're putting the highest grade into their products to create the biggest results. And here's our house of brands. Think about this. Over the last 12 months, have you used vitamins? We own a vitamin company called Nutrify. One of the highest possible grade vitamins you could put in your body. We own a company called Slenderize. That's a homeopathic weight management, weight loss company that are creating phenomenal results. We own a company that I've been with almost a decade called Limu. How many people do you know that drink energy drinks, or again, they're looking for an immune system builder? We've got it in this company. We own a water filter, air filter company called Purity. Think about this. How many of you kind of raise your bottle up if you got your bottle of water? No more having to drink from bottles of water. Fill this up anywhere, and it filters all the bad out as you drink it. It's unbelievable. We own an essential oils company called Prime, 2 skincare companies called Jove and Nucerity. We're bringing them together to create something for people, an amazing skincare line. And then we have a personal care product company called Revive. And many more companies coming to the table, like our DNA testing company, Mavi. We just talked to Lee just a few minutes ago, that resides right there in South Africa. We're not stopping. This company is on a rise to create brands that stand alone, that we can bring in and we can all participate in, creating a redirection of spending. See, we're finding brands that we're already spending on outside. We're taking that money, we're bringing it back into our house of brands. And now we've got a business to run from that. It just makes sense. There's no risk, but there's huge reward. And here's the beauty. We back all of our products with a seal of approval, backed by science, high impact, high in demand, you get results. One of our most amazing products is called MOA. I know everybody in South Africa is shaking their head right now because MOA is an amazing immune system builder. It's something that you can feed your immune system, something very powerful. 36 superfoods, 4 mushrooms juiced into 1 pouch, creating a phenomenal product. And you can see on the right the things that MOA does for people. But from a business perspective, like Erika sees, Erika saw this and went, I have an international business, because the health and wellness industry today is over a $4.2 trillion industry. And because of the things that are going on in the world today, the health and wellness industry is soaring. It is the place to be, especially when you're equipped to move the products from an online situation, which we are. The energy drink industry is a $55 billion industry. Weight loss industry, $204 billion. Skincare industry, $135 billion. Personal care product industry, $250 billion. And we have brands that are accommodating this industry. And that's what Erika saw. To be able to create an international business working from home. And we do it together, just like Tammy said, as a team, by linking arms with each other. And we do it right from our cell phone, just like today on a Zoom, sharing with people all over the world the possibilities that this can be. And we're on the ground floor. I get so excited when I think about, for just a couple of $100, you can be the CEO of a business that no one knows about. You could be at the beginning, just like the people that started Apple was. That's the opportunity we all have. And a lot of people go, how do you do this? It's really simple. You get started, you pick a pack, and you just start using the products in the pack. It's that simple. And our products that we've picked for you to have in those packs are going to create a transformation. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. You could possibly lose some weight. And here's the thing, as you have a transformation, we're going to teach you how to share that with the people around you. We're going to help you with that. You get 4 people to do this with you, you're going to make your initial money back. Now everything's profit. But here's the beauty, we're going to help those 4 people start to use the products, create their transformation story, and share that. That's how we grow from 4 to 16 to 64 to 256. But you initially started with 4. And we start to network, and over time, not taking away from what you're already doing, thousands of people come into your business and start, and here's what they're doing. They're using ARIIX products. They're using our amazing company to look better, feel better, and live better by purchasing products every month, getting the product shipped right to their doorstep. It's the wave of the future. And here's why it's the perfect timing. I just gleam and glow inside when I think about this. Here's why you're at the right time, right place. You know, this company started in 2011, but year over year over year, it's having exceptional growth. You know, 2019, we finished over 220 million. But let me tell you, you just heard Brent Willis say it. This year, we will exceed, okay, right now today, we are sitting over 550, okay, $1 million in revenue. By the end of the year, we'll be pressing the door on $1 billion. What does the future look like? Over the next 2 to 3 years, you will see this company be a multiple $1 billion company. And if you looked at the global scale, just like Erika did, for most of us where we live, no one knows our name. No one knows about this amazing opportunity. But they will. They will. You're on the ground floor of that. So I don't know if you're here today like me, where paying for a mortgage could be awesome, where more family time, maybe time freedom, maybe that's what income would create for you. No student loan debt, allow you to work from home. Like, I don't know what it is for you, but you can absolutely do it here. So a lot of people say, how do I get started? Just get back with the person that brought you on this call. Get some of your questions answered. Pick a pack and get started with us. Today, right here, you can go look at New Age Beverage that's traded. It's currently being traded at $2.21. Let me tell you, as the months increase and you see this company go from $500 million to $1 billion to $1.5 billion to $2 billion, you're sitting at a place where you'll see this stock climb. You're at the right place at the right time. And from the rep side of things, you could not be coming in at a better time to share the name of this company as we grow it all over the world. So Erika, Tammy, thank you so much for having me on the call. This has been an absolute pleasure, and I'm so excited for everybody. Join us. I highly recommend you do this with us. We will, I promise you this, the company will not let you down. You heard from Brent Willis. The products are going to show up and make transformations in your body and the people around you. But more importantly than anything, the leadership. As Brent Willis said, I'm going to reiterate, we're taking all of you to the top. We're going to do this together by creating a team that's got each other's back and supports each other every single day. Thanks again for having me on.
Thank you so much, Brent. I love it. You make it so simple. And every time I listen to you, I think, I want to join all over again. Like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So thank you so much for your time and your leadership. And this will be a recorded Zoom. So if you're already thinking about someone that you can share this with, you will be able to share this. And I say pay it forward. Pay the hope forward, because someone is still waiting to hear about the opportunity of ARIIX and how that can be transformational for their lives. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us this evening in South Africa. It's just been a pleasure to have these few moments together. And we look forward to connecting again. And you can unmute your lines and say goodbye and say, give Brent a shout out and say,